pleasant to be alone. It is pleasant to be able to gaze at leisure upon those features which all others may gaze on at their good will. I am a very Narcissus.
It's no use, I can't live without admiration. Since Grosvenor came here, insipidity has been at a premium. Ah, he is there.
Ah, Bunthorne, come here, look. Very graceful, isn't it?
Allow me, I haven't seen it. Oh, yes, it is graceful.
Oh, good gracious, not that. This.
You don't mean that. But I'm in no mood for trifling.
And what is amiss?
Ever since you came here, you have entirely monopolized the attentions of the young ladies. I don't like it, sir.
My dear sir, how can I help it? They are the plague of my life. My dear Mr. Bunthorne, with your personal disadvantages, you can have no idea the inconvenience of being madly loved at first sight by every woman you meet.
Sir, until you came here, I was adored!
Exactly, until I came here. That's my grievance. I cut everybody out. My dear Mr. Bunthorne, if only you could suggest some means whereby, consistently with my duty to society, I could escape those inconvenient attentions, you would earn my everlasting gratitude.
I shall do so at once. However popular it may be with the world at large, your personal appearance is highly objectionable to me.
It is? Oh, thank you. Thank you. How can I express my gratitude?
By making a complete change at once. Your conversation must henceforth be perfectly matter of fact. You must cut your hair and have a back parting. In appearance and costume, you must be absolutely commonplace.
No, pardon me, but that's impossible.
Take care. When I am thwarted, I can be very terrible.
Well, I can't help that, but I am a man with a mission, and that mission must be fulfilled.
I don't think you quite appreciate the consequences of thwarting me.
I don't care what they are.
Suppose, and I won't go so far as to say that I would do it, but suppose, for one moment, I were to curse you! Ah, very well, take care.
But surely you would never do that.
I don't know, it would be an extreme measure, no doubt. Still...
But you would not do it. I am quite sure you would not. Oh, Mr. Bunthorne, reflect. You had a mother once.
Never!
Then you had an aunt. I see that you had. By the memory of that aunt, I implore you, pause ere you resort to this last fearful expedient. Oh, Mr. Bunthorne, reflect.
I must not allow myself to be unmanned. It is useless. Consent at once, or may a nephew's curse...
Hold! Are you absolutely resolved?
Absolutely.
Will nothing shake you?
Nothing, I am adamant.
Very good. Then I yield.
You swear it?
I do, cheerfully. I have long wished for a reasonable pretext to make such a change as you suggest. It has come at last. I do it on compulsion.
Victory, I triumph! When I go out of door, of damosels a score, a sighing, burning, and clanging, and yelling will follow me as before. I shall with cultured taste distinguish gems from paste, and high diddle will rank as niddle if I pronounce it chaste. A most intense young man, a soulful-eyed young man, an ultra-poetical, super-aesthetical, out-of-the-way young man. Conceive me if you can, an everyday young man, a commonplace type with a stick and a pipe and a half-red neck and tan, who thinks suburban pops more fun than Monday pops, who's fond of his dinner and doesn't get thinner on bottled beer and chops. A commonplace young man, a matter-of-fact young man, a steady and stolid, jolly bank holiday everyday young man. A Japanese young man, a blue and white young man, Francesca da Rimini, Mimini, Pimini, je ne sais quoi young man,
a Chancery Lane young man, a Somerset House young man, a very delectable, highly respectable threepenny bus young man,
a Paladin thin young man, a haggard in length young man, a greenery yellery, room in a gallery, foot in the grave young man,
a Sewell and Cross young man, a Howell and James young man, a pushing young particle, what's the next article, Waterloo House young man,
conceive me if you can,
a matter-of-fact young man, an alphabetical, arithmetical, out-of-the-way young man,
conceive me if you can, a matter-of-fact young man,
an alphabetical, arithmetical, out-of-the-way young man.
It's all right. I have committed my last act of ill nature, and am henceforth a changed character.
Reginald, dancing! And, what in the world is the matter with you?
Patience, I'm a changed man. Hitherto I have been gloomy, moody, fitful, uncertain in temper, and selfish in disposition.
You have indeed.
But all that has changed. I have reformed. I have modelled myself upon Mr. Grosvenor. Henceforth, I am mildly cheerful. My conversation will blend amusement with instruction. I shall still be aesthetic, but my aestheticism will be of the most pastoral kind.
Oh, Reginald, is all this true?
Quite true. Observe how amiable I am.
But, Reginald, how long will this last?
With occasional intervals for rest and refreshment, as long as I do.
Oh, Reginald, I'm so happy. Oh, dear, dear Reginald, I cannot express the joy I feel at this change. It will no longer be a duty to love you, but a pleasure, a rapture, an ecstasy.
My darling!
Oh. But, oh, horror!
What's the matter?
Is it quite certain that you have absolutely reformed, that you are henceforth a perfect being, utterly free from defect of any kind?
It is quite certain. I have sworn it.
Then I can never be yours.
Why not?
Love to be pure must be absolutely unselfish, and there can be nothing unselfish in loving so perfect a being as you have now become.
But stop a bit. I don't want to change. I'll relapse. I'll be as I was. Interrupted!
Waterloo House young man, a Sewell and Cross young man, a steady and stolidly jolly bank holiday every day young man.
Who smiles and loves young girls, from Madame Louise young girls, from prettily clattering, cheerily chattering every day young girls.
Angela? Ella? Safia? What? What does this mean?
It means that Archibald be all right cannot be all wrong, and if the all right chooses to discard aestheticism, it proves that aestheticism ought to be discarded.
Oh, Archibald, Archibald, I'm shocked, surprised, horrified.
I can't help it. I'm not a free agent. I do it on compulsion.
Whoa! This is terrible. Go! I shall never set eyes on you again. But, oh joy!
What's the matter?
Is it quite certain that you will always be a commonplace young man?
Always. I've sworn it.
Why then, there's nothing to prevent my loving you with all the fervor at my command.
That's true.
My Archibald!
My patience.
Oh.
Cry crushed again.
Cheer up, I'm still here. I've never left you, and I never will.
Thank you, Jane. After all, there's no denying you're a fine figure of a woman.
My Reginald.
My Jane.
Ladies, the Duke at length has determined to select a bride. I have a great gift to bestow. Approach such of you as are truly lovely. In personal appearance, you have everything necessary to make a woman happy. In common fairness, I ought to choose the only one among you who has the misfortune to be distinctly plain.
Oh.
Jane.
Duke.
Crushed again!
After much debate internal, I and Lady Jane decide. Saphir then can wed the colonel, and she be the major's bride.
In that case, unprecedented, single, I must live and die. I shall have to be contented with a tulip or a lie.
He will have to be contented with a tulip or a lie. In that case, unprecedented, single, he must live and die. He will have to be contented with a tulip or a lie. Making peace with one another to get married.